Hi friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I'm Austin, and today's video is a bit of a different sort of video. As you can see, this is a pack restricted build, and this build was really fun to do. I haven't done a pack restricted build in quite some time, but this one was a lot of fun. It took me quite a bit of time to do. I wanted to make sure it didn't just kind of look like my boring old builds. So I tried to use a little bit of terrain manipulation. I tried to use a lot of live edit objects, as well as just whatever I could get my hands on, pretty much. This is a pack restricted build featuring objects from the base game and Get Together. I felt like those were the two packs that were necessary for this build. I could have probably used a third pack if I wanted, or a second pack if I wanted. I was considering, going maybe something a little, out there with maybe like the bowling stuff pack, or maybe laundry day, but I was really happy with just these two packs. I think it really made for an interesting home. This is a very modern sort of house, so if that's kind of your type of home, the kind of home that you like your Sims to live in, then the good news is this house is actually made for 3 Sims, a family, so two parents and a child, or a child of really any age, because the bed in there is for a full-size Sim, basically. So it's a single bed, but a teenager could sleep in that bed easily. And the bedroom, actually, the kids' bedroom actually is a lot nicer than the parents'. So in my head, I imagined like a family that really wanted to move to the city, or out of the city, but wanted to stay close. So they moved to the small lot, and they downsized, but they made sacrifices. And in doing so, they, sacrificed maybe a larger suite for themselves, and gave, the larger bedroom to their kid. And, at the end of the day, obviously that's, what I envisioned, but you could, have your Sims of any sort of, background here. And, I think they'd really, have a lot of fun on this lot. There's not a lot of activities, but like I said, you're in Windenburg, which is one of my favorite worlds in The Sims 4. I just love all the things you can do here. And, I really love how this build turned out. One thing I do want to touch upon, though, is I want to apologize for the lack of a video on Wednesday. It just kind of happened. I had a video planned, I had a build finished and a video planned for Wednesday. And I was really happy with the build. I may talk about the build a little while later, but the video I just was not happy with. And there was really nothing I could do to fix it. I think there was an inherent problem with the build / video itself, so it was something I just couldn't do. Now, one thing I do want to talk about with this build is I really regretted doing this part, putting like the visor kind of things on the, the second floor to kind of, there's like fencing already in the game, but I couldn't find that, so I think it was in another pack. And oh gosh, it was a lot of work, and I didn't even finish the whole perimeter of the second floor with that. So it was not as easy as I had thought. But yeah, so back to Wednesday. So yeah, I did a voiceover for a build, and it wasn't going right. And so I ended up, deciding that day to just not publish it. And I had considered actually doing a live stream, but I didn't want to do that because I do live stream Tuesday and Thursday, and I didn't want to have Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I didn't want to do a live stream 4 days in a row. So I thought it'd probably be best to, just not do anything for Wednesday pretty much, and finish some other builds, get this build ready, put some finishing touches on this build. And the last thing I did was I watched a lot of Twitch streams and a lot of YouTube videos. So I didn't spend it, my day, doing nothing. I had a lot of fun watching Sims content and, communicating with people. So it wasn't a bad day by any means, but I was not happy with how that video how that video turned out. The build itself, like I said, was really nice. So I've probably talked about it in the past, but, I've been watching a lot of Twitch streams. Sorry about that. I was watching a lot of Twitch streams, and one of the Twitch streams I was watching was from Sim Guru Popcorn, where she was building a house in Sulani, and it was a really pretty house, and she uploaded it to the gallery, and anybody can download the house and finish it and share the share screenshots and presumably make a video. And that's what I did. I had a lot of fun kind of taking that house and doing some different things with it, and I was really happy with how it turned out. But every time I did a voiceover for it, it sounded like I was like bragging, or well, it didn't even sound like I was bragging, but every time I heard it, it just felt like I was trying not to brag, because I wasn't. It was just a purely, a build that was purely for entertainment, and I had a lot of fun doing it. But I don't know, it just kind of felt like I was trying to be like something I don't feel like I am. So I ended up deciding to not share that video. I don't know if I ever shared screenshots. I haven't decided whether or not to. Because like I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I honestly, though, think that SimGuru Popcorn's version of the house looks a lot better. But, I think a lot of times when the build is something that when the whole build is something that's like a builder's idea, like I think it turns out better than not like necessarily collaborations. It's hard to explain because I don't have the video to show you, but, it just... all I can say is I really liked SimGuru Popcorn's version of the house, and I thought it was a really nice house, and you should check it out. It is on the gallery, so definitely do that. And but another thing, to kind of change the topic, is, like I said, I do stream on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Fridays, though I'm still working out what day to do, or what time to do on Friday, because if you're watching this video at the time it comes out, typically I'm streaming on Twitch at the same time, and I don't really want those two to overlap, if that makes any sense. So I might do a little later in the day, but not as late in the day as I had been. So like I said, I'm working through a lot of things here, and hopefully I can get a more concrete answer soon, like today, I guess, or by the time you're listening to this. And with it being Friday, I should mention that I should probably be hitting my 1,000 tweet mark. I know that's not really a milestone of any sort, but it's true. I have tweeted 1,000 tweets now, or at least I think, which, yeah, like I said, isn't really a milestone, but it is for me, I guess, because I've had a Twitter account for 3 years, and I've really, I think before, like at the start of this year, I think I had like 600 tweets. So yeah, I've tweeted a lot in the last couple months, and I've really enjoyed kind of going on Twitter now recently. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about a milestone, I guess. So yeah, with this build, you can also start seeing, this was the last day of building, and by day, I mean, I took a several day break between builds, or between building, and on the final day, I completely forgot that this was a pack restricted build. So as you can see, I started dropping in objects from packs that aren't from Get Together or base game, and so I ended up having to go in and take all that stuff out at a later time. Unfortunately, like a lot of the objects I had to take out were some of my favorite objects in the game, and so if this wasn't a pack restricted build, I think it would look a little bit different. But I am happy with the final product, which you will see in really just a couple minutes. This build didn't take me that long, and with that being the case, I'm able to not speed up my videos as fast as usual, because if you have seen some of my videos recently, especially the streamed builds that I convert to speed builds, then you'll know, like, I've had to cut out a lot, and I've had to speed up videos by so much. And thankfully, I don't have to do that here. This is still a relatively fast pace to the video, because I don't really want my videos to be too slow, because they can be boring, and I don't want that. So, feel free to let me know if the kind of slower speed here is better, because with the Monday's video, oh geez, that was a lot of footage that I had to condense. I think that was the most sped up video I've ever had, and it was tough for me to do voiceovers for it, because I look back and forth when I'm doing voiceovers. Well, yeah, because for most voiceovers I do have like not a script, but like kind of talking points occasionally. And then I also have, Audacity open where I can see the waveforms and everything to make sure I'm not just talking into a dead microphone. And then I also have the footage playing. And sometimes when the footage is too fast, it either catches my peripheral vision as I'm looking at something else, or even as I'm just trying to focus on it, it doesn't work. Like, it's too fast for me, and I start getting confused and I start rambling. So that is one of the tough things for me, at least, having really fast footage. So having a slower pace here, even though, like I said, this is not that slow, it has been nice. So, and one other thing I do want to talk about. So, for some reason, YouTube has been screwing over a lot of people right now. I don't know why, but I've been getting hit with that a lot in terms of, like, as a viewer, because, like, YouTube has done a very poor job, like, telling me, when friends upload, because, I try to have notifications set for, friends, and so I can watch their videos as they come out, or at least, when I have free time. And YouTube has just decided not to let me know when that is the case. And then on the creator side, they kind of hit me the other day because I was told by 3 separate people that they were not notified or did not see Monday's video in their subscription feed or in their notifications. And I was kind of really mad about that because Monday's video is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. The build is called Romantic Retreat. I ended up changing the name for because I was fearful that YouTube suppressed the video because I had originally had the term escape in there, or romantic escape, like a getaway, which I probably should have just put getaway, but I want to see if that was maybe the reason. I don't know. And it seems to have worked because the amount of views I got when it was the original name to when it was the second name, vastly different. Like 5 hours went by or 6 hours went by, and I had 4 views on that video, which, I don't get a ton of views, which is completely fine by me, but when I saw that few of that little amount of views, I thought either, nobody cared or nobody knew, and I don't want to say it was a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, but it might have been. It wasn't the most interesting probably thumbnail, but I highly recommend you check out that build because I had so much fun doing it. It's easily one of my favorite builds I've done on this channel, and just let me know what you think about it if you go and check it out. But other than that, I don't have much else to say, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.